What's up, guys? In today's video we're going to talk about a lid switch going out on this wash machine. This is a direct drive washer. This one happens to be by Roper, but Whirlpool owns tons of these, so just because it says a certain brand like Estate, Roper, Whirlpool, Maytag, Crosley, all those things, this year model have the exact same parts.
Another quick way to figure out you have a direct drive is be the pull to start knob, push in to stop. GEs have this, but as long as it's not a GE, it's a direct drive.
Which this one has a lid switch that's bad in the opposite way of a lot of lid switches. It thinks the door is always closed. So the lid switch broke in the closed position, meaning I can now open the door, turn it on spin, and dangerously it will still spin and not shut off, which a lot of people would just ignore this problem. It's very dangerous. This is an Airbnb. I'm going to definitely fix that, but you never know when a kid's gonna come up to your house and if they stick their arm in that while it's spinning, that's bad news.
Oh God. You've got to clean out your dryer a little bit more often. You're spinning.
So it's always a good idea to fix, and the part's less than $10, so I would definitely do that. But most of the time, you're gonna see the opposite end of this problem. The lid switch will break the other way, and the washer will think the lid is always open, and it will fill with water and then stop. All right, so one quick way of figuring this out, if the lid switch is bad, whether it's bad either direction, if it's not letting it spin or if it's spinning with the lid open or closed, is do you hear it click when you open and shut the lid? If you don't hear it click, then it's probably bad. And it'll be a fairly decent sized click. This is what it sounds like. Here's the switch. Now it could be there's a metal bar, and I have a video on this that is connected right here. This metal bar goes through and is bent and goes into that track. That's how the lid switch works. It pushes that track and clicks it. Sometimes that will get bent a little bit and you can just unbend it. I'll link the video for that below. So if that's your issue, you can fix that fairly easy without even having to buy this guy. Now, there is a second type of lid switch, and I'll make another video for that. They'll be on this side. If you don't have a little pokey thing that pokes out here and pokes into a lid switch there, yours is gonna be back behind this panel, and that's what we're gonna lift up right now. To make it easy, I like to just either scooch the machine forward just a little bit, or even easier is just lean it forward and kind of brace it against my body and undo those two screws. That way I don't have to do a whole lot of maneuvering around. Do make sure if your hoses are too short, you may have to disconnect these hoses and your drain, but luckily this one has plenty of room, so I can just lean it over, no problem. And here's my screws. I got one there and one there. One more thing, we're dealing with a lid switch that has power running through it, so I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this washer. All right, you know you've gone far enough when this piece slides forward a little bit. It'd be like that normally, and if you could start wiggling it forward, you've gone far enough and you don't have to take that screw all the way out, which is a nice trick. Then you don't have to worry about dropping it behind the washer, which I've done a million times. But you could also just put your hand, cup underneath it, and undo the screw. All right, so now there's a little hook on each one that's plastic, so if you just try to flip it up, you're gonna break that hook. What you have to do is come forward just the tiniest bit. You'll feel it just moves just barely. Same thing on this side, come forward a little bit, and then the whole thing will flip up. Just like that. We're just gonna flip that up, and from right here, there's the lid switch, and we're ready to take that off. We're gonna take this 5/16 out. I've already loosened it, so now I'm just gonna take it out. And from here, to get this out, it's gonna feel very stuck. There's a release in the back, but before you can do that, you're gonna have to lift the lid a little bit up because this bar comes through and holds it in place. So lift it a little bit up, just like so. And then we're gonna reach over here. There's a little keeper right here. I'm gonna pull that in a little bit, and then it'll just roll up and then come right out. All right, so bad news for me, good news for y'all. This one has the common problem of the plug and the lid switch have overheated a little bit and have kind of welded themselves together. One trick to get this off is take all these plastic clips. You can take them up, and it's a lot easier because we're getting rid of the switch anyway. We got a new one to get out of there, and then just work your way with a flathead and pop it off there. If it's so bad, the thing's so melted, I've seen this before, that you have to replace this, it's not a big deal. I'll put a link in the description to a replacement part for this plug itself. All right, so like I said, the plug was messed up, so I rewired another plug, and I always solder and wire nut and tape, just because it vibrates a whole lot and I really want the connection to be very, very good.
Overkill.
So now I'm going to put this back in place. I'm going to put it in place the opposite way I did before. So you got to take the lid up a little bit, like so. Grab onto the switch, put it in the hole with the black part forward, and it'll roll down. Boom. And now all I have to do is put that little 5/16 screw in. All right, so all I did was flip the lid down, put those 2 screws back in on the back side, and plug it back in, and we are done. All right, guys, I hope you like the videos. Please like, please subscribe. Any comments, any questions, put them down below. I will answer you.
There she comes, here she comes, here she comes. Oh, my God.
Okay, ma'am.
I had to call somebody to get you out of there.
Okay, this was an inappropriate phone call.